Hey, welcome in. Well, it may be that at least some part of our culture has become so decadent that they've gone full circle. That it's no longer, like the choicest cut of meat that is reserved for only the wealthy. It's reserved only for the king, for the nobility. So now it's just anything rare, including eating things that other creatures have crapped out just because. Because they can. Here's this story. Odds and ends. Cat poop, coffee, and other offbeat offerings. It says here that feline feces Java is a thing. Now that sounds like a thing I don't want. I want just normal coffee. I like normal coffee. I like coffee that another creature hasn't digested and crapped out before I drink it. In fact, just all foods, anything that I ingest, any kind of drink or food, I don't want anything else. I don't want it to have passed through anything else's digestive tract. That's just me. Call me crazy, call me a prude, I don't know. Anyway, what does it say here? It says, the best part of waking up is cat poop in your cup. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. It says here, that's likely not the jingle one would want to hear in a coffee ad. But cat poop coffee might soon be a thing. Let's see. A company pitched the concept of Java made from beans pooped out by cats at this year's edition of the China International Import Expo. According to Sixth Tone, a small exhibit booth with reps from East Timor showcased what was considered the most expensive coffee at the show. So this was the most expensive coffee. Apparently, the cat poop caffeinated drink, known as Kopi Luwak, and I did a little digging into this as well, so we'll take a look at that after we get through this little article. It's a high commodity among Java enthusiasts. Is it really? Is it really a high commodity? That's because Asian palm civets, a relative in the feline family, are known to be picky eaters and only consume the best parts of a coffee plant. I don't know. I mean, I'm all for having the best parts of the coffee plant, but there's got to be a better way to get them, right? Doesn't there have to be a better and simpler way of getting those best parts, the best beans, than, having an animal eat it first? It doesn't make any sense to me. Not a lick of sense. Anyway, it says, in turn, they excrete the coffee beans in their bowel movement. So I'm just not finding any of this appetizing, not at all, which is then used to make coffee. Only 800 kilograms of Kopi Luwak is produced annually by the animals, which fetches a pretty penny. And that is because there are stupid, weird, decadent people with more money than sense, I guess. Anyway, it says, for instance, 1 gram of beans goes for about $4, while a 500-gram bag costs $197. 1 cup of Kopi Luwak coffee will set you back about $99. So that just seems like a ridiculous, extravagant waste of money for something that's gross. I mean, the good news is you're not likely to see it at your local Starbucks or Tim Hortons. And if all goes well, you never will. All right? Anyway, highly coveted Kopi Luwak has been met with mixed reviews. Shockingly, the coffee that's made out of something that's crapped out of cats has had mixed reviews, Shunned by animal rights organizations while accepted in many Southeast Asian countries. Well, anyway, let's take a little look here at this Civet coffee, they call it as well. They call it Civet coffee. Why it's time to cut the crap. This is just terrible. Just terrible. When I introduced Civet coffee to the UK, it was a quirky novelty. Now it's overpriced, industrialized, cruel, and frequently inauthentic. That's really hard to stomach. So let's see, frequently inauthentic. So I can just imagine right now somebody having their morning cup of Civet coffee, you're tasting it and go, oh, this doesn't taste right at all. I don't think this was crapped out by a cat. I can't start my day until I've had a cup of coffee crapped out by a cat. I'm fine with the inauthentic part. I'm fine with avoiding it actually entirely is the thing. Just going to interrupt for 1 second to say if you like this content, subscribe so you can see more. Thanks a lot. But let's see, it also says that it's cruel here. So So I'm going to guess they don't treat the animals very well who are producing this stuff. And this is an article by a guy who says, to his regret, that he was the one who started it all. So he knows all about this. It says, genuine Indonesian Kopi Luwak is collected from the droppings of a wild cat-like animal called the luwak, the common palm civet, a shy, solitary, nocturnal forest animal that freely prowls nearby coffee plantations at night in the harvest season, eating the choicest ripe coffee cherries. It can't digest the stones or coffee beans of the cherry, so craps them out along with the rest of its droppings. Oh, it just sounds delightful. Don't you want a cup of that right now? Don't you? Anyway, the beans are collected by farm workers. Cleaned and washed, they have acquired a unique and highly prized taste from their passage through the luwak's digestive tract and the anal scent glands they use for marking their territory. So I really don't understand why this would sound appetizing, you know? How's your coffee, honey? Great, I can really taste the anal scent gland. Why? Why would anybody want that? But anyway, being wild, hard to collect, variable in age and quality, and very rare, Kopi Luwak is not a commercially viable crop, but just an interesting coffee curiosity. That's why I bought some. And then he says, nowadays it's impossible to find genuine coffee crap, because I guess the industry has been corrupted, perhaps. And let's see. Today it comes from caged wild luwaks, often kept in appalling conditions. Well, of course. Let's see. Wild luwaks, the trapping of which is supposed to be strictly controlled in Indonesia, are caught by poachers, caged and force-fed coffee cherries in order to crap out the beans for the pleasure of the thousands who've been conned into buying this incredibly rare and very expensive luxury coffee. And here you can see a picture of one in very bad shape. So, of course, there's cruelty to animals involved in this, and it's just an awful thing for, again, people with more money than sense. It sounds awful. I would never want to do this. But now that we see behind the scenes that it's actually just animal cruelty as well, for you to have your weird curiosity, you know, your weird, it sounds disgusting to me. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you just want to listen, there's the podcast. It's on pretty much every platform, including Spotify. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.